Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It is Monday, 1:11 when I started this. I suddenly said, oh, it's 1:11. We got to get on right now. There is that ping that goes out. It's like, okay, let's do this now. So somewhere I don't have. So you're going to have to listen intently today because I don't have any earbuds with me. I've got my phone charging, so hopefully this works okay. I'm gonna hold out and see if anyone wants to join me today. There's a lot of stuff coming through. I feel like there's some unrest. Hi, John. There's some unrest in me today, as if there's big changes coming about on the planet, and I know for me it doesn't feel like it's my own. You know, do you ever get those urges where you got something coming through and it's frustrating at first because it feels like you're supposed to do something about it. When it comes through, it's like, okay, let's do something. And then you go, wait a minute, is this even mine? So I am well. How are you, John? So I'm just going to be here for a few minutes, checking in. And I hope you let me know if you can't hear me well, because I did not bring my earbuds over to the desk. So, and I've got an air conditioner making its humming noise in the background. It is very hot here today, probably low 90s. I don't know about you guys, but I'm about ready for a little cooler weather. I hate to say that, because then we'll get snow eventually, but I am ready for a break in this weather. So someone else is here. Hi, guys. I have been on a weird schedule. Hi, Sai. See? Sai. I need to remember your name. It's just like my son. My son's name is Ty, T-Y. It has been a weird week. It's been a very strange time for all of us. So I'm checking in because I really want to hear. Got my air conditioning good. Yeah, air conditioning. You know what? We complain about the sound it's making, but at least it's keeping me cool up here. Where am I? I have gone through a transition, and I don't know if we're all going through this yet. I don't know if it's going to come to those of you who hasn't come to yet. So I want to talk about it a little bit and see if we can kind of sort it out. There is this, thank you, Sai. There is this change going about in all of us, those of us who have stepped into and decided to inhabit the physical body and still allow for our higher selves to become more and more a part of who we are. And so here I am. I am still very much me at times. I feel like, you know, like I'm struggling to try to exist on the planet Earth, watching the news and the things that are going on around me, and I get frustrated just like everyone else. And then we have those moments, and I say we because it's not just me in this physical form. There is we. There is the physical self, that very, very egoic self that took on this package, that has gone through trauma, gone through all the things that I've gone through. And then there is this presence that we all know, this higher self that is trying to make herself known more and more and more, who I would call Diane, small self, Diana, higher self. Diana is taking over more and more with my permission. And so it's like as if she is standing there every day going, okay, can I come in today? Can I really, really not just come in when you're channeling, not just when you're doing a session for someone, but this feels as if it's an integration into that, what I've talked about for a very long time, that parallel union, that perfect balance between the ego and the higher self. So as she comes in more and more, as I allow, there's a transitional phase. There is this, it's something new, it's something different. Hi, Angel. It's something different for me to have her so online. You know, it's a different operating system that I'm playing around with. And so as I've been coming into this newer operating system, I notice that my emotions can run amok. They really can. It can be like, 1 second I'm like all love and light, and the next second I'm really angry and I'm just throwing things around, and I have to put on music and dance it out. It's like this energy inside of me just is, I figured it out a little while ago. Let me see if I can really, really bring this to words. It is, our higher selves are used to being on the other side. They don't experience the physical. You know, they're just always, that's Those are the ones that are calling the shots. They're the ones. We've always been there. We always will be there. That is who we really are. And then we have this avatar down here walking around the planet in physical form. Up until now, when we channel the higher self, it's like they're coming in from another place. We're just allowing them to come in and speak through us. It's as if we're two different beings. We're not really. That was actually that facade of separation. But we have played that game for a very long time. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, we have thought of ourselves as being very separate from the other side, being very separate from each other, being this little lonely person, always looking for love someplace. You know that's you too. You're always looking for someone to love you, always looking for someplace to, where somebody's going to take good care, or somebody's going to care enough to reach out or whatever. We're so needy in that place. We're very, very needy people. Hi, Denise. So where I'm coming from today, and I know I really blew into this right away, you guys that are just popping in. Where I'm coming from today is there is truly an integration coming into many of us. There is this, what we've been working our way to for a very long time, and we are actually there. We may not understand that we're there, and so in this place of being in the right energy to allow for this higher self. Can I explain something to you? Here she goes. Yeshua was a human being. He was born to a mama. He was raised by two parents. Whether he was the son of God or whether he was not, he walked the planet just like you and I did. He came here, he taught us. He loved. He didn't pass judgment. He just loved. And at a certain point in his existence, he was able to raise his vibration high enough to allow the energy of Jesus to enter the building, which was, in my way of looking at this is exciting. My way of looking at this is Jesus was really, the way that some other channelers have said, that was his future self. Also, his higher self coming online. Jesus was able to raise his vibration high enough. Yeshua, not Jesus. Yeshua was able to raise his vibration high enough to allow for his higher self to inhabit his being, his physical being. And there are not very many humans that have walked the planet who have been able to exist in that way until now. We are in a new energy, and so what's going on with us, that's why I'm talking about it, is the same kind of experience. We are coming into a place where, as we're working to release those lower vibrational energies that have been working through us for such a long time, as we release the need that, it was a need, that desire to be separate from everyone, as we release the neediness, the lower vibrational energies, we begin to take on that high vibration that then allows us to be a vessel to allow all that energy, just like Jesus, just like Yeshua. We are becoming vessels in a way that we can actually exist and walk the planet with that higher self becoming a part of who we are. So that's not an easy process. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of forgiveness on our own part. You need to forgive your own body for everything that it's going through right now. You are going through this huge transition. It's massive, and it's never been done on this planet before, other than just a few chosen people. And now these light workers, all of us, empathic, light worker, highly sensitive beings, are coming to a place where we are creating this space within us, this perfect nest that allows for the higher self to not just say, okay, Diana, I would like your energy to come into mine now. It is, Diana, I would like you to become a part of me permanently. I would like you to always exist here. I would like to be able to walk the planet and be all of me. So when I say we, I'm talking about that little personality, Diane, and I'm talking about my higher self coming into perfect alignment. I've talked about this before, and I've talked about it for years. I'm just now fully starting to understand what's going on with us. It is not easy, okay? It is very confusing to both the physical self and the higher self. The higher self has never had to exist in physical form before. So it's funny, I've been coming more and more into this phase, and my egoic self is very comfortable, for the most part. pretty comfortable at being this physical body. My higher self has never had to experience this before. So I noticed this morning I was in a pretty good space, and I started really deeply meditating, and I'm calling in, and I'm like, okay, Archangel Michael, I am really ready to let go of those lower vibrational energies that hold me in that holding pattern that I've been in for lifetime after lifetime. And as I do that, I call in my higher self, and I say, okay, Diana, I am yours. Become a part of me. I want that union. I don't want to be walking around with you someplace else and me having to call you in every time and me trying to just be physical all the time. I'm ready to be everything that I can possibly be. That's a big one, guys. That's a big one when we get to that place where we're really ready to just integrate all of that energy and become all of that. We no longer, let me see if you've got these kinds of symptoms. Suddenly you kind of feel like, even though life has always been a certain way, you kind of feel more and more like a caged bird. You start to feel more and more like I got wings on my back, and somebody keeps clipping them. And every time somebody tries to clip my back, my wings, I'm gonna get really, really a little bit crazy and I'm also feeling more anger. It's funny that we think that in order to fully allow our higher selves to fully inhabit us, that we can't have anger, that we can't have some unrest in us. But the higher self actually brings that to us. My higher self, excuse my language, but my higher self is a badass. Like, she's like Wonder Woman trying to come into this physical self, and she's suddenly like, wait a minute, you mean we can't fly? Like, well, what is wrong with this physical body that you're walking around in? Like, I've been flying and been without limits forever. Like, the higher self has never had limits, and suddenly she's coming into this body and she's like stretching around. I literally feel like I'm bringing life forth. I've brought 6 babies into the planet, and I literally, sometimes I'm walking along and I've got so much pressure in my belly that I think, and it's a love energy. It's not painful, but it's intense, and it feels as if I'm bringing new life into the planet. So those things, that unrest, the feeling of anger, the feeling of I'm in a cage kind of thing, is not coming from my egoic self at all. I thought that it was. I thought, what's wrong with me? I'm like really trying to figure out, and then I went, oh, Diana, you're not used to this, are you? You're not understanding what it's like to actually have to walk on the planet, to have to worry about, what you're going to eat today and where the next bathroom is, and, walking the dog, and, who knows what, all the people that are after you. That higher self has never had to work through me in that way. So there's a certain amount of unrest that is not necessarily my egoic self. And as my egoic self and my higher self start to come into more alignment with each other, they're in there, they're having this little party, they're really getting to know each other better than they ever have before. Try to find a roommate. And that roommate is in kind of a different space than you are, and you guys aren't really quite syncing up right away. If you give it some time, a lot of times over time, when you first start dating somebody, maybe you thought they were a certain way and you spent a little too much time with them, and then you're like, after a while, you're like, oh, I'm not sure we fit together so well. Over time, you start to iron those things out. And so we can say, well, this isn't very comfortable. Like, this roommate situation isn't working so well. Diana might decide, and I'm like, no, I will continue to do the work that I have to work on. I will continue to, my ego has been working through a lot of lower vibrational energies. My ego has been doing a lot of work to come to this place. And my ego, Diana, they just need to learn to get along better. And it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some of my egoic self having a lot of patience so that my higher self can get used to what it feels like to be in physical form. What is the end result? Think about it. What's the end result if you choose to allow yourself to stick around on the planet? And you're going through, what did you think that when we say ascension symptoms, what is ascension symptoms? Ascension symptoms is you ascending to a place where the truth of everything that you ever have been and ever will be and everything that exists becomes a part of your beingness. Ascended masters are like Jesus, who came back into physical form after he died and was lifted away. In physical, he never truly gave up that sense of physicality. Does that make sense? So Ascended Masters are those who have actually walked the planet. That's you. That's me. We are becoming Ascended Masters. I was given that message years ago and I thought I was crazy. But now that it's really coming about, I'm like, okay, I'm getting it now. I'm starting to understand. So I know this is really, hi Robert Dosa. So I know, who else did I miss? So I know I'm coming really intense today, but my higher self came online again today and she has got the run of the show. And she just wants you to know that whatever, you are not going crazy. You are not missing the boat. You are not losing anything. You are not gonna perish. You're not gonna lose your mind in this, I promise. But reminding you how important it is to spend a lot of time in nature, to spend a lot of time sitting on the earth, to spend a lot of time in meditation, to spend a lot of time in solitude, because this time that we're being pulled into solitude is probably the most important time that we've ever experienced. It is an integration of you becoming your true self. It's an integration of this little bitty weakling. It's like, think of the Hulk. You know, instead of him being just that little weakling, or just that the newest movies, pay attention to these movies because they're trying to give you signs and symbols and ideas of what's really going on. So you got this Hulk, and he was always running around as a little human being, and then all of a sudden you get really, really angry, and his pants would split, and he would suddenly become this big green monster. That's what you're doing. But you're not doing it in a way that you completely let go of that small self. We've done that before. That's no fun. You're actually, that's the way we've been doing things. And it only lasts for a little while, and there's not a lot of control over it. What we're doing is, in the newest movies, is if you notice the Hulk now, he looks like a mixture of the little guy and the big guy, and he's coming in the middle. And that's what you are. The little guy and the big guy coming together in a perfect parallel, creating within your own space all of you, instead of you always having to call on that wisdom of the other side. You suddenly have this within you, this perfect connection to the other side. As above, so below. You're bringing in heaven. Imagine that. You're bringing heaven to earth. You no longer have to leave the physical form in order to truly feel what it's like to be on the other side. So to the extent that your physicality can allow you to feel it, you're able to feel what it feels like on the other side. Imagine that. So you can message me later. Of course you can, Si. Lauren, good morning. Good afternoon. Good morning to you. If you're still where you're always, it is still morning for you, I think. So that's a lot to swallow. It's a lot for me to swallow too. And sometimes when I sit here going, wow, is that really true? Is that really what's happening? Because my physical self is finding it hard to deal with. But it is really time. So if you're feeling the need for that solitude, if you're feeling that anger, that unrest, that feeling like I've got wings that want to pop right out of my back, and I'm tired of having them clipped, that unrest on the planet, that is the higher self. That is the energy of this as above, so below, trying to take over here, trying to save us all, honestly. Just trying to save the planet. We're also picking up that earth energy. The earth is in her own ascension process. So sometimes these emotions, strong emotions that you're feeling because you're so energy sensitive, oftentimes is the unrest that's coming off of the earth's planet, or the earth's energy, the core of the earth is coming up through, and it's starting to make you feel, because we are ascending together, right? So you're feeling the unrest of the actual planet Earth too, Mother Gaia. So there's a lot going on right now. That's the reason why I came here today. It's good morning, Lauren. I see that. You're in this process that we're going through. It is time to make a decision. We're watching as this virus starts to take over the planet again. A lot of stuff has been coming to me with that. There's a lot coming in. There's a lot of energy, a lot of souls that are going to be leaving physical. Watch it. We're already losing a lot. We're going to have a lot more that are leaving physical. We never die. Nobody is going to die. There is no true death. There is only in physical, out of physical. Okay? So yes, we are going to, but we're not going to pull any fear into it. We're going to have a lot of people leaving the planet Earth, going back into their energetic state because they have work to do and they can't do it while they're in physical. They can't seem to evolve to the place that they need to go, or they've chosen this as their time to exit. So that kind of stuff is going to happen too. But as we become more and more the higher self, we realize that we never really lose anyone, that we're always so connected and more connected as we move into this. So please know that. You are welcome. Diana definitely came through today. Good morning, Tammy. So this, it is probably going to be more and more. I'm warning you guys. I've been with you for a lot. When I first started doing videos, I've watched them back, 4 years ago, whatever. And I was very meek and all love and light. And I've watched this transition just as I've watched Steve, the evolution of the soul. His soul, after he passed, he was still very much like the Steve that I knew. And then I started noticing, oh, you're getting good now. And he just kept getting better and better, and his energy kept coming higher and higher, and he more and more powerful. And that is what we are too. We're not just waiting until we leave physical form. We're actually doing it now in physical form, which is exactly why I wanted to be here. And he's made that clear to me. I used to say, well, why did you go? And I had to stay. And he's like, you wanted to be here for this, sister. So did you. Brother, sister, whoever you are. You wanted to be here to watch this miracle unfold. So pat yourself on the back for sticking it out. Allow yourself to have a lot of stillness. Be, hold on, what is this beautiful energy? And those messages want to come through. It's like, it comes through to me as energy, and I'm like, okay, hello. So, if you guys could just experience that. If you could just experience what it feels like to allow your higher self to inhabit your physical. That energy that comes in, it's really getting more and more difficult. Hi, Kim. It gets more and more difficult to be just human. You know, you try to spend time at social events or with people that don't really get it. They're just asleep, and you're like, oh, how can you just be like this? How can you just be human? It doesn't feel good anymore to just play human. For me, it feels good to be able to be my full self, my higher self and my egoic self coming into alignment with each other, so that not only can I take care of my physicality, which I still need to do, but I also get to experience this energy that comes from the other side. And I'll tell you, on the other side, it only feels good. There's no lower vibration. Not only does it feel good, but it feels, what's a good word for it? Give it to me. Exquisite. That's the word I was trying to come up with. Exquisite. Exquisite is the very, at first all I was hearing was excruciating, and I'm like, excruciate? Okay, excruciatingly beautiful. No, exquisite is a better word. We only have love energy on the other side. Once we go in, we have to go into healing if we've had a traumatic existence, but we only have this two people are when they're just over the top in love, and they're making love, and the feeling that they get in that process of being that connected, that is how you feel on the other side all the time. You always feel completely connected, totally in love. There is no lower vibrational energy. So as you allow your higher self to inhabit your body, you begin to take on that sense of there's no needs, there's no, I'm not lacking anything, I don't need to go looking on the outside for it anymore. Everything that I need is right here. I am complete in my own self. And you start to feel this pure, beautiful connection to everything, to everyone. When you look around, and all of a sudden it's like you can see more of a connection to nature, to the birds, to the worms, to the trees, to everything around you, to the air that you're breathing. It feels like it's caressing your face. Everything. It's amazing. So just encouraging you today. Hi, Denise. Encouraging you today, if you're getting these urges to spend more time alone, to do more energy work, to meditate often, to spend a lot of time out in nature, whatever it is, and you're starting to feel that energy rising, what I would call the phoenix rising in your body. It's this beautiful energy of everything. I can't even describe it. That is your integration process. That's you finally getting to that place where you are ascending your humanity to a higher frequency. You're coming into that perfection of I can be in physical form and I can be my higher self at the same time. Imagine that. It's such a miracle. So that's what Diana came to tell you today. And I hope that you all are ready to receive that. And I know not everyone is always ready when I throw these at you, but plant those seeds. Let it start to work inside of you, because there will come a day when we're all going to experience this. And as you're going through it, you're going to go, oh yeah, I remember hearing about this. Okay? So, does anybody want to just go to some higher realm with me for a few minutes? We're just going to go into this void, and we're going to create with all of our beautiful energy. You're welcome, John. So let's go. You're welcome, Denise. Let's go ahead. Anybody that wants to, I've got a rock right. It's a river rock, huge, right at my feet. And it grounds me, thank goodness, because I think today is one of those days that I could seriously just go off the planet. Just rise. She's gone. She did it. She just disappeared one day. All right, so put your feet down. I want you to imagine that stone under your bare feet is so cool and so comforting. And I'm going to take you to my favorite place if you'd like. That's where we're going to start. I've been spending so much time this week by this one river that comes rushing down the mountain. It's so powerful, just the sound that it makes, and the butterflies are everywhere. And every time a butterfly circles around my head, I feel like, oh, thank you. I'm so grateful and so thankful every time I have an experience like that. And so I want you to put yourself there for just a few minutes. We're walking up a trail, and if you look over to the left, there's this beautiful water coming down off the mountain, and it's circling. I know some of you have seen my videos. So, of course you can come along, John. I've invited everyone. This is a big river party today. These rocks that are here in these mountains are ancient. I think it's like 200 million years old. And so when you go and you find one, there's a lot of them. They're just hanging over the water and they're very flat. So you can find just the perfect rock. I'm always looking, that's the one I want. And I'll go sit right down on it. And then I take off my shoes. If the water's close, let's just say the water is very close as it rushes down the mountain. So you're going to take off your shoes and you can put your feet in that cool water. It's about 54 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a little cold, but it's very hot outside, so that cool water just refreshes you. You can take your whole self and put it in that water if you want to. It's very, very clean. You're welcome to go sit down in it, whatever you'd like. And I want you to begin to breathe. Feel that water moving around you. Feel it under your feet. If you listen, we've got cicadas that are making all their wild sounds. I love cicadas when they come out. We have birds singing. If you ever hear the cardinal, I love the noise that they make. I love cardinals so much. Mockingbirds. Nice, cute little finches. Sparrows. And they're all around us. Just listen to the birds for a moment. And I want you to relax your body as you rest there. Just relax those shoulders. Relax between your eyes. We're calling in Archangel Michael to protect all of us. You are perfectly protected as we go into this meditation. So as we're coming in, I want you to remember that you have a higher self that wants to get to know you better, that wants to inhabit that physicality that you've got. And so I want you to ask your higher self to come join you there by the water. Ask them to let you feel their energy. Start to integrate your energy with them. That is you, by the way. It's just another, it's actually all of you. Let the true you come in. Now I want you to breathe nice and easy all the way up the spine. Asking for clearing energy, any cords, attachments, hooks, anything, old karma. Let's flush it all away. So as you're there by the water, we're just going to watch it come out through your feet. and it's going on down the water and right over a little waterfall, and it's gone, and the earth is going to take it and recycle it for you. And as that old stuff that you no longer need to take care of anymore, they're just cleaning house for you today. As that washes away, they're refilling you with this beautiful earth energy, and they're creating a space inside of you, this beautiful nesting place for your higher self. The more you let go of those lower vibrational energies, the fears, worries, concerns, all of that, the more space there is for this higher self to come in. And then you notice it doesn't matter anymore. All that stuff that you used to think about and worry about, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Isn't that cool? So keep on breathing in that beautiful energy. Let it fill you up. Very nice. Just rest in it. Calling in Archangel Raphael for anyone who needs healing today. Whether it be spiritual, physical, mental, wherever you need that energy to go, you just rest into it. Your angels know what to do. Calling in Yeshua. Thank you. Yeshua comes in so strongly when I say that name that I can barely get it to come out of my mouth. Stronger than ever before. It's incredible. He slides right in there. So happy to be here on planet Earth. So happy to inhabit these physical bodies, to be allowed to come in, to share this beautiful energy of healing, the teaching, the love that I came here to bring the first time around that was not accepted fully. That this is now time. That's what he's trying to tell us. This is time. It's time to fully inhabit the physical bodies, to allow for that beautiful Christ white light consciousness, the love without judgment, the way it was always meant to be, not on a pedestal at all. Right there amongst us. Feel that energy as he eases into your space. Right beside you on that rock. Imagine your best friend ever coming in and sitting down beside you. What a beautiful, beautiful energy. And we're just going to sit in that presence. That's all it is today. Just being still together today. Listen to the water as it rushes down through. And be still. There's nothing that you need to do. You can relax. Breathe. Looks like you're getting a housekeeping service has arrived. They're just cleaning everything up. Everything that you're done with, all that stuff that you don't need to deal with anymore, they're taking it away. Creating a more cohesive bond to the other side, allowing you to feel the presence of your own higher self, that connection to all that there is. That's our natural state. This is natural. We are meant to be connected to one another. We're meant to be connected to the other side through love. I'm just relishing in the energy. I hope you're feeling it too. So wherever you're needing clearing or healing or any kind of work done, they're working with you now. And however long you will allow them to, holding you in the sweetest embrace. I just got that. They're holding you in the sweetest embrace, just cradling you like a small child, reminding you of how loved you really are. This is the kind of love that you don't have to do anything for. You have grown up thinking that there's something that you have to do to please other people. If I don't do this, they won't like me. If I don't do that, that's not the truth now. The truth is that you are love. There's nothing you need to do to receive love. Be just solid in that, in the idea of that. be in your own stillness. Hi, Linda. How does that feel to be so connected? There's no longing. There's no needs. There's no scarcity. There's no fear. You are complete in your own self. Beautiful, Denise. Doesn't that feel great? There's nothing like it. It's like I don't have words for it. That's the thing, is we don't truly need our vocal cords on the other side. So they bring us this love energy that's so, it bowls you right over, and then there's no words to describe it. I hope you're feeling that. I'm going to let you sit in it. As long as that energy stays with us, I'm going to let you just rest into it as much as you can handle. Keep on breathing, pulling it into your heart, into your solar plexus. Move it around. You can move that energy. Where would you like it to be? Test it out. Do I want to feel some heat in my hands? I'm going to move it out to the centers of my hands. There it is. I can feel it. If I want to feel it here, in this third eye, I just focus my energy right there. And there it is. My big toe hurts. Doesn't really, but say your big toe hurts. Focus some of that love energy on your big toe and see what happens. Where do you have a pain or a discomfort? Focus this healing energy right in that space right now. Lots of energy going to people's legs. Strengthening the legs. Healing. Bringing you back to a sense of youthfulness. That glow. How beautiful. Up into the head, up into the crown. So much clearing going on. I see this energy going up and down and up and down. You guys, it's like a highway. Clearing you up, just taking away all that lower vibrational energy. Worries are gone. They're all gone. Let them go. The only reason why you have something to worry about is because you've created something to worry about. Let it go. Please, just let it go. Let it take care of itself. Let your angels assist you. Lots of energy in the third eye today. So I'm expecting a lot of big results. You guys let me know if you're seeing things, doing things. Stuff is opening up like you never expected. New opportunities arise. Life like you've never lived it before. It truly is a beautiful time to be on this planet. As difficult as it is, this is the most amazing life we have ever expected to live. And it's beyond expectation. I want you to go ahead and feel that energy coming up through your feet. Begin to feel your physical feet again. They're on that cold rock. Energy's coming up through the centers of your feet. You're going to pull your roots all the way back up into your feet. Start to feel those toes. And I want you to know that you don't have to leave this love energy behind. You get to take it with you when you go. They're giving you a parting gift. Please take all this love with you. Spread it around the planet. Isn't that beautiful? So they're filling you right up. The solar plexus. It's like you've got this meter in you. It's just filling right up. It's like your gas tank on your car. And it's filled to overflowing. So take just a moment. I want you to imagine someone, anyone that you know needs some healing energy. And if you want to send it to the planet, that's okay too. And for just about 20 seconds, let's just send out. Starting right now. Sending to each one of you right now. Perfect. That's how we change the world. Do that as often as you can think to do it. It's beautiful. Now, I'm asking Archangel Michael to come in and wrap each one of you up in a beautiful blue bubble of protection. You're going to go through your day, and any negativity going to bounce off, going to go right away. You're going to stay safe and sound and fully protected within that bubble. The only thing that goes in or out is up to you. It'll be love. Nothing else. Just love. Begin to feel yourself. That energy come back into your body, your physical self. Thanking your higher selves for the time that they've spent here with you, and if they're ready, they're going to stick around. Hi, Janet. Enjoy that feeling. Enjoy the truth of who you are. So important. Thanking our guides and our angels, your guides, angels, everyone that has joined us here today, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael, for all of the work again today. Thanking them so much for everything that they do for us. And I'm thanking all of you, all of yourselves, for joining me again, for sharing this out. I love you guys so much. How beautiful. I'm so glad that we all got together today. You guys are awesome. We will be here, actually it's almost 2, at 3:33. Sally De La Rosa will be joining us on, hi Auntie. Sally De La Rosa will be joining us on, it's not Silent Mystics anymore. I think it's Soul Tribe. Find Your Soul Tribe. Something like that. Soul Tribe? Cheryl Ann and Carol and I will be here. Sally De La Rosa will be joining us on the Imagination of Becoming at 3:33 to have a nice talk about life and how it's treating us all. So it'll be a very interesting discussion. So I hope that you'll join us. Please take good care of yourselves today. Thank you, Denise. Warm and fuzzy considering -3 outside. How did you get that? Send a little bit my way. Sorry. We've got a lot of heat in the planet on our side of the globe, so I'll share a little bit of that coolness with you. I'll share my heat, my warmth, and you can send a little bit of that cool air my way, and I will love that exchange. Take good care of yourselves today, you guys. I will see you soon. Thank you, Angel. Namaste to you too. Bye, John. Is it Auntie? Or is it Auntie? How do you say that? Janet, Angel. Who else is here? Is that Bob? I don't have my glasses, so give me a sigh. I think I saw Linda, Lauren. If you guys are still here, I appreciate you so much. Please take good care of yourselves today. Enjoy Robert Dosa, you too. Denise, take good care of yourselves. I love you guys so much. If I missed you, I love you, and I'll see you again at 3:30. Take good care. Bye.